Hope that you're having an amazing Wednesday. So, for people that aren't familiar with me, my name is Robin, and I have a business called Robin's Healing. And my business currently is structured openly. So, yes, I have to have structure, but it's a very open structure currently because I really would like to invite more people in my space so that I can grow my business, so that I can essentially help more people spread the word to others about some of the different healing modalities that are available to people. So today I wanted to talk about the Akashic Records, and we're going to go into the Akashic Records. And when you ask for a message, you can ask a question, because being specific with questions can give you more insight. So if you ask for a general message, that's okay. But if you really want to get solid information, it's good to ask a specific question. And then the other thing that we want to focus on is tonight at 6:45 p.m. because today is the new moon in Pisces. I've already done a reading on the new moon, and that's underneath my YouTube channel as well. But if you like and share this post or any of my other posts, then it helps if you comment, like, and shared, because then I can see that you did it. Then I'm going to send you the Zoom link for tonight. And so this is going to be a nice private space for all the people showing up. Currently it's just females, but males are welcome into this setting. For a while there, I wasn't sure if I wanted to work with males, but now I 100% am going to continue doing that in all ages. It doesn't matter how old you are. So if you're 7 and you want to come on, that's all good. So we're just respecting all females, males, all races, all sexes. It doesn't matter. We're creating this beautiful sacred energy, so that, again, it's not just like randomly on Facebook, and it's not going to be seen on YouTube. And I'm not going to like offer this as a digital program or as like a bonus for anything. I really, really, really want tonight to be all about you guys. And so I feel like it's important for us right now to feel like we're safe, to honor that space of our group, and just trust that all the people that are meant to be in this group will be. And so, yes, it's a free event. You must have the link. It's really important that you show up on time so that you can understand, again, the structure of the new moon ritual that we're creating. And it looks like it just got brighter out all of a sudden. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that on my YouTube channel, I have lots of resources, okay? So if you're struggling a little bit right now, go in and watch all of the resources that I have. So I don't want to hear anybody saying, I don't have this, I don't have that, and they haven't even taken the time to go through the enormous amount of resources that I have there, all for free. All you have to do is subscribe, and you can still watch without subscribing, but that's something I'm hoping that as an exchange, just subscribing will be helpful so that I can, again, continue to grow my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be pulling up cards. So often I'll have people hopping on. So let's see what comes up here. So I'm going to just go into a space now. We're going to go into accessing all past, present, and future for the people watching now or later. I also did a new moon painting for tonight, so it'll be really interesting because I love kind of like calling in people that are meant to be there in that space as well, especially where there isn't a charge associated with it. It's really cool to see what's going to happen that way. Okay, so the other thing too is if you would like an Akashic Records reading or healing, Reiki. Reiki is also for emotional and spiritual, and also Theta healing. Then you can also just contact me and we can set something up as well. And I also have a retreat coming up this weekend, so that's going to be, there's a lot of cards here, which is interesting. So if you would like a message, just let me know, and if you have a question, just ask. Or you can also share something specific that you might be struggling with, and then we can go into that energy as well. But it's important that you're calling that energy in for yourself. So the retreat is in person and online now. So it's $77 to join online. That being said, you're bringing your own supplies, and it's 111 if you're coming in person, because I'm giving you guys the supply. So that's from 2 to 5 on March 6th. You can go to robinshealing.com as well, and you can book that way, okay? If you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I also have complimentary consults for people. So even if you don't want to buy anything, but you're looking to start understanding maybe something about like health and wellness products that I'm making, I'd love to help you out, okay? So I'm still deciding what we're going to make for a product. Hey, love. Hi, Laura. So do you have a question or would you like a message? And if so, just let me know. So yeah, we are going to be making a product this weekend, but I don't know what it is yet. I'm just kind of tuning into the energy of the group, okay? So thank you for everyone who's already liked and shared. Really appreciate it. And so what's really cool about card readings is that they tell a story. A message for me today, please, Deanna says. Okay, so do you have anything specific that you would like to focus on or ask? Because I was already saying that at the beginning. When you go into the records, it's really helpful when you come in with specifics. And then we can guide you a bit more that way. But I feel like just kind of with these cards also, seeing how it starts to give us a theme of this new moon as well that we're experiencing. Because Pisces is a water sign and they're very emotional, and we're going through a lot of things energy wise right now if you can't feel it already. So this might feel a bit like a full moon for you. And it's also a good place for people to be walking into something where they're expanding, whether it's expanding your energy, expanding your business, expanding on your family. Maybe you're getting an addition to your family, whether that's a pet or a family member, or maybe you're starting to welcome in new people into your life that you weren't welcoming in before because you're changing and you actually want more people in, like me. I can relate to all of these things. Can't wait to see your painting. Awesome. So, Deanna, if you like and share, and then comment that you like and shared, then you can enter into our new moon ritual tonight at 6:45. How to best utilize this new moon energy? Awesome question. Okay, I'd love a message. So we'll do Deanna first, and then Laura. And right away, I'm feeling a lot in my chest around kind of my collarbone. And so, just from a chakra standpoint, it feels like it's a little overactive, okay? And so it's like an overactive heart or an overactive throat, or maybe a bit of both. So just as a general thing, just to keep in mind that in order to balance the throat chakra, sometimes we need to do more of like a silent retreat, a silent meditation. Just because if we're doing a lot of speaking and communicating, it actually can make us feel upset and we don't know why. Kind of like getting a dry throat, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's scratchy. And then the other thing I want to share is having an overactive heart. I mean, this could actually be sometimes when we have a thyroid issue, something like that. Some of our glands, our pituitary gland could also be off, and it can affect other things here as well. So if you're not really able to trust and tune in right now, if your energy is not feeling connected, just go into some silence. So let's do that together just for a moment here so we can ground as I go into the Akashic Records for the group. A lot of stuff happening there. I also feel a lot around, again, I was saying like third eye, the forehead. So you might also be watching and getting a lot of intuitive downloads. And so same thing when you're getting a lot of energy, you want to make sure that you're releasing that almost immediately. So even if you go into a silent meditation, you could also go into a beautiful journaling and writing experience through that meditation so that you're still kind of like being calm and receiving at the same time. So for me, that's actually how I work best, is instead of going into like non-activity, I go into silent meditation through kind of a channeling experience. Okay, but in the retreat, we're also going to be doing some journaling and channeling and all kinds of cool stuff like that. Deanna says healing. Okay, so Deanna, when we go into you, I get sensitivity. All right. So this is related to Scorpio. You can also share what your sign is. I already did a March monthly reading as well for all signs. But the weird thing that was coming out there was like munch, feeling like there's something around food as well. So when we're really sensitive, we have to be really careful what we're putting into our body. And right before I came on here, actually, I was feeling, and now I'm being called into my crystal ball as well. I was feeling like if we're doing something quote unquote bad, we'll say like drinking pop or something like that. It's like, okay, if you want to make a change, especially in this new moon, towards having like a healthier lifestyle, but it's okay to feel like, we'll say today during the new moon, that you want to like have your last glass of pop or have your last bad moment behavior. And it feels like, so that you can almost have closure on what you don't want anymore, or so you can almost like feel what you don't want anymore. Because when we're healthy all the time, it's almost, sometimes we forget what it's like to almost feel unhealthy. And that's not a bad thing, but we also want to remind ourselves why we're making the choices that we're making as well. So for you, really make sure that when it comes to diet or what you're intaking, that you are letting go of some of those poor behaviors by just allowing yourself kind of those last few intakes, and then kind of start really, really clean and fresh. That's what I'm getting, okay? So you would be a perfect person as well for some recommendations for any products that I sell, because I have tinctures now and oils and all kinds of cool stuff like that. So if you're interested, reach out. Love to help. Hope you found that helpful. You can also look up the Queen of Cups through tarot, and it'll give you even more information. Okay, so Laura, as we go into you, again, I'm getting a lot of kind of like twitching, so I can't help but feel like you are the one getting a lot of intuitive. I'm getting like intuitive hits, intuitive messages. I'm getting a lot along my back, my spine as well. So to me, that feeling of getting a lot of like, it's not tension. I'm getting that there's a lot of support behind you. And you have the Hanged Man, Angel of Prophecy. Ooh, I have so many chills, more on the right side. So I'm getting that you're calling in a lot of females into your space. And a lot of the intuitive downloads or hits or messages that you're getting are related to the females that are actually coming into your space. Some of them are there already, but it feels like there are quite a few that you're calling in. And so when you do kind of these channeled messages, it feels like a lot of them are related to your new clients that haven't even come in yet. So like have a little book or a journal where you write these downloads down or messages, and then it'll be really cool to see when these people start entering your space. You can go back to some of those messages and you're going to find that they're exactly right. So it's kind of like a psychic premonition feeling that I'm getting. And then this is also talking about the Hanged Man is often like, okay, you're doing all of this work before the people come in. And sometimes it's kind of feels, I know you understand this, but it can almost feel a little awkward. It's like, why am I doing this? These people don't even exist yet. But it's just, that's part of like preparing and pre-planning. So sometimes we just don't know what's going to happen yet, but just keep listening to all the time and energy that you're putting into the things. I just feel like it's all going to come back because you're being supported and you're being guided. Okay, that's a beautiful message to have. So around the new moon, Laura, I'm getting like, I can see the reflection of my rose quartz crystal here, which obviously is that beautiful feminine energy. We're working with the moon and the Luna cycles as well, right? I'm getting that to remind yourself of like all the things that you're going to have. That's what your new moon is teaching you. Like constantly be like focusing on all these things that are going to happen. So it feels like strong, strong manifesting for you and visualizations. But I wouldn't recommend doing like any type of like shadow work right now. And so some people are weird about that, right? But that would be my intuitive guidance for you, because it's going to keep you in that energy and that flow that you need right now. Okay. Yes, love this. So we could also do a couple Theta healing downloads. Ooh, love that crystal. It's for sale, Deanna. So let me know. And again, Deanna, you might want to join the online retreat on Sunday as well from 2 to 5, okay? So would you guys like to let go of times in your life where you felt like your diet wasn't the way that it was supposed to be, quote unquote, you were like the bad girl doing like the wrong things, with like not taking care of your body, okay? And let's replace that with trusting that you can find balance energy wise in your chakras, in your heart space as well, so that you can tune in just a tiny bit more when it comes to your intuition and start honoring that feminine side, that beautiful goddess creature that you are, and love exactly who that person is. And if so, just say yes. Okay. Um, So now I'm getting a lot of stuff happening all around my head around that, and I'm getting that. I mean, I know I am a medium. I'm hearing like my cousin coming through, and so that's really interesting for me. So that, to me, the reflection in the mirror there is that there are people watching who are actually mediums. And so for the key thing here with the tuning in a tiny bit more is really, really listening in when spirit is speaking to you. So it could be a loved one that's passed and they're actually there and they're actually speaking to you. But again, you might have to quiet the mind and actually listen to that. To listen to, because sometimes it can come across very faint. All right, and we can't hear exactly, and then you can actually say in your head, "Excuse me, can you speak a little louder? Speak a little more clearly?" But it's really about honing in and tuning into that. Okay, there might be some frustration in there as well. Um, there's a lot of information coming through around that, so maybe that relates to someone else more. Okay. So, is there anyone else watching that would like another message? Because I feel like the time just popped up on the phone as well, and it's 115. So, to me, I'm getting like through numerology, that we're in a new beginning, um, and it's more related to ourselves, less about relationships right now. So really focus in on your relationship with yourself and less about other people's stuff that they have going on. So you might find that a little bit of cord cutting right now would be helpful if you feel like you're really sensitive and you're even tuning into other people in this space. Or even we can create boundaries with spirit as well. So these are just simple reminders. As I said, through YouTube, I have some meditations. I actually have a cord cutting exercise there. I have a grief ceremony, and I have my needs versus wants, which is a new video as well. And then we have the number 5. And so 5 represents change. And so, of course, that's why I was saying where it might feel like a full moon because we're going through these massive shifts. What you're going to find is like this is a great time for energy work and energy clearings and cleansing. So someone just asked me they wanted to book a theta healing session and when is a good time for theta healing, and I'm like right frickin' now, because we're kind of clearing and cleansing and we're also opening up to these beautiful energies that we want for just us. Just us. The other thing too, so again, coffee might be an issue for you. That's what's coming up too. Drink lots of water when you get theta healing as well, but it might be that you need to cut coffee as well. I know I'm finding that for myself. I'm switching over to all my healing tools, and coffee definitely for me isn't a healing tool. Um, it's just a habit, right? And it depends when I'm doing attunements on people. I tend to not drink coffee or alcohol. But when I'm not doing attunements, I will drink coffee and alcohol. So just really trust that for yourself, okay? So when we look at 5 and 1, 1 together, it adds up to be 7. And 7 is a number of reflection as well. So yes, tonight we're going to be doing a new moon ritual over Zoom, if you like and share. And that's going to be great. And we are sharing space with each other, but please make sure that you're also maybe doing your own new moon ritual when you're by yourself as well, because you can do more than one, and it feels like it's important to do it in the group and also do it independently, okay? Just a few things to think about. Hi, Angela. Never could drink coffee, lol. Okay, so, and I know that Laura was on here, and I don't believe she drinks coffee either. I think she might, but I feel like that affects her energy. So maybe someone else is watching on here as well that needs to hear that maybe for an intuitive especially, we want to tune into how much caffeine intake we have. Okay, so that's where pop can come in as well, where we were talking about that. So there's caffeine and things other than coffee, right, that we forget about. Okay, so Angela, would you like a message? Feeling a lot of heaviness all of a sudden. So I don't know, Angela, if you're tired, but around this new moon, you might be feeling a little fatigue. I went to bed really early last night, and my fiance said, I've never seen you like that tired in my life. But I needed it, and I've been doing a lot of healing on myself, and now I'm feeling exactly like, not exactly where I want to be. I'm still feeling a lot of the energetics, but I'm feeling like 100 times better than I was last night. So stress makes sense, doesn't it? Yes, would love one. Okay. So right away, I'm kind of feeling, because by the way, I already went into your Akashic Records, but I'm getting a lot of judgment towards yourself. So if you're judging yourself, it might be just that you're hard on yourself. And so do you want to clear and release any feelings of pressure that you put on yourself and replace that with forgiveness as well, that you can forgive yourself and this is funny. So, oh my gosh, this was happening to me earlier. I feel like this is my cousin coming through giving me a hard time. I was hearing fingers and while I was saying forgiveness. So I'm getting also that there might have been somebody kind of like who hurt you relationship wise as well. So would you like to forgive anyone who used to blame you as well? Used to shame you as well, or maybe there's some abuse in there. Also forgive anyone who's been abusive to you, and that's abusive is body, mind, spirit. We know what abuse is, but it's taken us a while in 2022 to kind of recognize, I think, what abuse really is. So would you like all that? All right, so I'm hearing college degree, college degree. And I was also getting like that there's someone watching that could use either a Reiki healing attunement or a Reiki level 1 attunement. Could be a Reiki level 2 attunement as well. But again, let me know if that's you and we can kind of discuss that. And college degree or college diploma is coming up because I feel like sometimes we don't celebrate or reward ourselves enough. That's what's coming up. So would you also like to know that it's safe to start rewarding yourself for all your hard work and all the little things that you're doing as well? And if so, just say yes. So celebrating you. All right. And the other thing that's coming up too is when we say I can't, or like we intuitively know what we're supposed to do, but then our rational brain or logical brain will come in and say like, no, I can't do that because like what will other people say? What will other people think? That's not right to do. And so that's part of arguing with ourselves. Intuitively, we want to follow what our physical bodies want, who we want to be around, that sort of thing. So when we get that beautiful inspiration, it's really important to listen to. So would you like to let go of times where you didn't listen to your intuition and you stayed in your logical and it made you feel kind of crappy?
And let's replace that with trusting again that you can forgive yourself for not understanding things, and and start moving forward with trusting that knowledge and wisdom will continue to come in as you allow yourself to kind of breathe and relax, letting go those stressful things that are happening in positive ways. Okay, and I'm also getting shame and guilt. I'm not going to go deeper into the shame and guilt, but that's where you can contact me and we can continue to do a theta healing session together. If you like and share, you can join the new moon ritual tonight. We can do some clearings and healings that way. Also, if you'd like to join my retreat, we're doing stress relief techniques in there. We're doing some journaling. So if you like more of this intuitive work, we're going to be doing some art. You don't have to be an artist. And we're going to be making a creative project, some type of form of healing product, and we're going to be doing some more Akashic Records work and helping you dive deeper into some of the things that you might be experiencing around this new moon. So I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see some of you guys tonight. Bye for now.